Good evening. This is All India Radio and I'm Tanvi Taneja with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says there is no justification for violence in the name of protest in a democracy. 15 crore households to get clean drinking water in the next 5 years under the Jal Jeevan Mission. Assam government assures no new Bangladeshi migrant would be able to settle in the state under the Citizenship Amendment Act. All villages in the country to have free Wi-Fi services by March next year, says IT Minister Ravishankar Prasad. And Ladakh region reels under intense cold wave. Temperature in Drass falls to minus 29 degrees Celsius. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said there is no justification for violence. He said those who damaged public property during the protests against the Citizenship Amendment Act should understand that rights and duties go hand in hand. Mr. Modi said they should introspect if what they did was right. Speaking at a function organized in Lucknow on the occasion of the birth anniversary of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Mr. Modi urged people to not pay heed to the rumours.
यूपी में जिस तरह कुछ लोगों ने विरोध प्रदर्शन के नाम पर हिंसा की, सरकारी संपत्ति को नुकसान पहुंचाया, वो अपने घर में बैठ करके एक बार खुद को सवाल पूछे, क्या उनका ये रास्ता सही था? ये जो कुछ जलाया गया, बर्बाद किया गया, क्या वो उनके बच्चों को काम आने वाला नहीं था? झूठी अफवाहों में आकर हिंसा करने वालों को, सरकारी संपत्ति तोड़ने वालों को मैं बहुत आग्रह से कहना चाहूंगा कि बेहतर सड़क, बेहतर ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम, उत्तम सीवर लाइन नागरिकों का हक है.
Mr. Modi said giving citizenship to those who came to India from Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan in order to save the dignity of their daughters was another problem whose solution was found by 130 crore Indians. Mr. Modi said the country is entering the new year with unprecedented achievements. Referring to Article 370, Mr. Modi said it was an old disease and was resolved peacefully. He said the Ram Janma Bhoomi issue was also resolved peacefully. Mr. Modi said whatever is left to be done, all Indians are trying to find a solution. Mr. Modi also unveiled a statue of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee at the Lok Bhavan in Lucknow. He also laid the foundation stone for the Atal Bihari Vajpayee Medical University. The university will work as an affiliating university for all government and private medical, dental, nursing and paramedical colleges in the state. Earlier, launching the Atal Bhujal Yojana in New Delhi, Mr. Modi said Atal Jal Yojana or the guidelines related to the Jal Jeevan Mission are big steps to deliver water to every household in the country by 2024. He said the water crisis not only affects citizens and families but also affects the nation and its development. The Prime Minister said only 3 crore out of 18 crore rural households today have clean piped water and the government has aimed to provide the remaining 15 crore rural households with piped water in the next 5 years.
आज देश के 3 करोड़ घरों में ही नल से जल पहुंचता है. 18 करोड़ ग्रामीण घरों में से सिर्फ 3 करोड़ घरों में 70 साल में जो काम हुआ है, हमें उससे अनेक गुना काम आने वाले 5 साल में करना है. यानी 5 साल में 15 करोड़ घरों तक पाइप से पानी पहुंचाना है.
Mr. Modi urged farmers to switch over to crops that use less water and exhorted people not to waste the precious natural resource in daily household needs. He called upon people to make a water action plan in every village and create a water fund.
हर गांव के लोग पानी एक्शन प्लान बनाएं, पानी फंड बनाएं. आपके गांव में पानी से जुड़ी योजनाओं में अनेक योजनाओं के तहत पैसा आता है. इन सबको मिलाकर के उसका सही उपयोग करना चाहिए. हमें ये व्यवस्था बनानी होगी कि सारा पैसा एक ही जगह और एक ही तरीके से खर्च हो, तो परिणाम भी सामने आएगा.
Mr. Modi said there is a provision in the Atal Jal Yojana to provide more funds to those Gram Panchayats that will do the best work for water. On the occasion, Mr. Modi also named the Rohtang passageway in Himachal Pradesh as the Atal Tunnel to mark the 95th birth anniversary of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Today, the nation is observing birth anniversaries of former Prime Minister and iconic leader Atal Bihari Vajpayee and educationist and freedom fighter Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya. Parliamentarians today paid floral tributes to Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya and former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee in the Central Hall of Parliament House on their birth anniversaries. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and former Deputy Prime Minister L.K. Advani offered floral tributes at their portraits. Besides Union Ministers, Members of Parliament, former Members of Parliament and other dignitaries also paid their tributes. A portrait of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee was inaugurated at the Raj Bhavan in Kolkata on his birth anniversary today. The state governor, Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar, unveiled it at a function this morning. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Dhankar recalled the contribution of Mr. Vajpayee in nation building. The state BJP also observed the day through various functions. Minister of State for Public Grievances and Pensions, Dr. Jitendra Singh, today launched Good Governance Index in New Delhi on the occasion of Good Governance Day today. The day is observed on the birth anniversary of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Singh said that Good Governance Index has been scientifically designed on various parameters of governance. He said Good Governance Index will also seek to determine the status of governance and provide reference threshold for future also. Assam Chief Minister Sarbanand Sonowal has made it clear that no new Bangladeshi would be able to settle in the state as per the provision of the Citizenship Amendment Act, and the additional land of the tea garden areas would not be given to any outsider. In an appeal to the tea garden area people, the Chief Minister said that misinformation is being spread that lakhs of Hindu Bangladeshis would enter the state and would snatch away work in the tea garden areas. Mr. Sonowal clarified that this is not based on facts, and he appealed to people to not pay heed to these rumours, as the additional land of the tea garden areas would only be allotted to the present tea garden workers or former tea garden workers. Meanwhile, Assam Finance Minister and North-East Democratic Alliance convener Hemanta Biswa Sarma has said that nobody would get citizenship who came to India after 31st December 2014 through the Citizenship Amendment Act CAA. Addressing a rally at Barpeta Road today, Mr. Sarma clarified that no one entered Assam illegally after 2014. The minister said that the act was required to give citizenship for those who came between 1972 to 2014 during Congress's rule. He alleged that the Congress rule allowed them to settle in the state. Meanwhile, protests by various organizations continue in the state against the CAA. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Communication and IT Minister Ravishankar Prasad has said that free Wi-Fi services will be provided to all villages across the country through BharatNet till March next year. Inaugurating the digital village Guruvara in Haryana, Mr. Prasad said the ministry has already connected 130,000 Gram Panchayats through BharatNet. The target is to convert at least 15% of the villages to digital villages in the next 4 years. The minister said the process of empowering villages is on track and days not far when rural India will take the lead in shaping the country of dreams. President Ramnath Kovind arrived in Kanyakumari on a 2-day visit to Tamil Nadu this afternoon. He was accorded a ceremonial welcome. Mr. Kovind later visited the Vivekanand Memorial built on a rock at the Tri-Ocean Junction. It was at this place where Swami Vivekanand sat in meditation for a long time during his visit to Kanyakumari before embarking on his famous trip to Chicago to attend the World Conference of Religions. The President is scheduled to attend the Golden Jubilee celebrations of the Vivekanand Kendra tomorrow. Ladakh region is reeling under severe cold weather conditions. The maximum temperature is continuously being recorded at sub-zero and the minimum mercury levels are below zero. Drass is standing by its credentials as the world's second coldest habitation with maximum temperature at -12.3 and the minimum at -29 degrees Celsius. More from our correspondent there.
Ladakh is under the grip of bone-chilling cold weather. People prefer to remain indoors near the heating arrangements to save themselves from uncomfortably penetrating coldness. Ladakh has a demand of around 45 megawatts of power during the winters. However, as the canals and rivers are in frozen state, reduced discharge of water affected the power generation. The Power Distribution Department is drawing about 10 to 15 megawatts power from northern grid to meet the demand of the region. Due to closure of the roads, fresh vegetables flown from Delhi or Chandigarh are beyond the reach of commoners. Ramesh Chandra, All India Radio News, Leh.
Meanwhile, Nepal's capital city Kathmandu recorded the coldest day of the season today with the minimum temperature settling at 2.9 degrees Celsius. Temperature also dipped in several districts of the Terai region. Now, moving on to our special segment series Year-Ender 2019. The Rural Development Ministry has taken several initiatives for inclusive growth of rural India by increasing livelihood opportunities, providing social safety and developing rural infrastructure. Our correspondent reports, more than 36,000 kilometers of road length has been constructed during the current year under the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana.
The year witnessed a lot of steps taken by government to provide rural infrastructure and providing basic amenities to citizens. Government has approved phase 3 of the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana for consolidation of 125,000 km roads. Government is implementing 2 welfare schemes in the field of skill development for rural poor youth under the National Rural Livelihoods Mission. One is Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kausalya Yojana and other is skill development through rural self-employment and training institutes. Government has been working towards enhancing water conservation in rural areas through various interventions under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. Under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin, a total of 1 crore 54 lakh rural homes have been completed in the last 5 years. With Dipendra, this is Anand Kumar with the Year-Ender for AIR News Delhi.
Christmas is being celebrated across the world today with solemn religious fervor and gaiety. Festivities are seen among the people with greetings pouring in from all quarters. Our correspondent reports that in Nagaland, people of all age groups dressed in their best attires this morning headed for the special service of prayers to celebrate the day with fellow believers.
Ding dong, that is their song. We joyful ring, all carol on, ding.
Christmas festivity moods are seen among the people of Nagaland with greetings poured in from all quarters. People exchange good wishes in kind and in words with friends and strangers. They also mark the day with prayers, special services and carols besides the traditional mass community feast. Christmas celebration commenced last evening as youngsters moved around in groups besides holding midnight services in many churches.
Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
For AIR News, this is Afonyo from Kohima.
Christmas was celebrated with great enthusiasm in Meghalaya. Special church services were organized in churches all across the state, and in Goa as well, Christmas celebrations were held. In Vatican City, Pope Francis, in his traditional Christmas message, has appealed for peace in many of the world's hotspots, singling out the crisis in the Middle East, Venezuela and Lebanon, as well as armed conflicts ravaging many African nations. And now, before we end the bulletin, here are the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says there is no justification for violence in the name of protest in a democracy. 15 crore households to get clean drinking water in the next 5 years under the Jal Jeevan Mission. Assam government assures no new Bangladeshi migrant would be able to settle in the state under the Citizenship Amendment Act. All villages in the country to have free Wi-Fi services by March next year, says IT Minister Ravishankar Prasad. And Ladakh region reels under intense cold wave. Temperature in Drass falls to -29 degrees Celsius. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.